How's it going, everybody? I hope this finds everybody doing well. Hoping y'all are getting ready to enjoy the holidays with your family. We are over 50% done with the NFL season so far as we are getting ready to go into week 10. And we are going to release our halfway projections of if the NFL season was to be done at this point, what we project it would look like. Um, this is nothing more than just a guesstimation, just to have a little fun of how I think things are going to shake up by the end of the year. So let's dive in and have a little fun with it. All right, and I'm sure most of you know by now that the NFL has expanded their playoff by one team in each conference, going from 12 teams to 14 teams in the NFL playoffs, which makes it to where that not only do of you having the best record, not only does that give you your hosting your conference championship game, but also you get the only bye. Now, instead, obviously, used to if you had the 1 or the 2 seed, you got the first round bye, but now the 2 seed will have to play a 2-7 matchup. So now that number one overall seed and the best record in either the AFC, NFC takes a whole new meaning besides home field throughout the playoffs. Now you get the only bye available. Of course, now for this year, if there are too many cancellation due to the beer flu, there will be no bye week. Of course, that depends on how things play out. That for this year only would we have a 16 team playoff should things level out that way. If there are too many cancellations, and it just wouldn't be fair to a certain amount of teams that not everybody got an equal footing, that would be their best way of leveling the field. Which either way, somebody's going to get messed over by having to play a number one seed, and it's not going to be perfect, but at least that's some way of justifying uh, someone not getting to play a full schedule. That way they can't be hurt, or somebody can't be hurt because they actually had to play more games than somebody else. So at least the league's trying to make up for that in some way, shape, or form. But the way we've got, or the way I've got it picked, I've got in the AFC, of course, with Pittsburgh being undefeated right now, I've got them finishing 15-1 and getting the number one seed in the AFC. And right now, I have the Seattle Seahawks finishing 13-3 and getting the first round and the only bye in the NFC. All right, now in the AFC, the number two seed I have is the defending Super Bowl champion, the Kansas City Chiefs. I have them finishing 14-2 right now and clinching that number two seed. So they would have home field advantage all the way up to the AFC Championship, possibly if Pittsburgh was to be upset in the divisional round. Obviously, Kansas City would only be a road team against Pittsburgh in that situation. So if Pittsburgh was to be upset at any point, Kansas City obviously would be the next high seed. But I've got them finishing the regular season at 14-2 at this point. They have a little bit tougher schedule to me than Pittsburgh, and also Pittsburgh would have to lose twice, I think, to even it out, and I just don't see that happening with the just with the way their defense is carrying them, and with the way Ben Roethlisberger, Connor, that offense, they just seem to be clicking at the right time on each side of the ball. And Kansas City, that prolific offense, it's going to take something special to really get past them. Um, so, yeah. On the NFC side, now this has a lot to do with what happened Monday night because I actually had Tampa Bay as the number two seed, but after what New Orleans did to them, I actually flipped them. And now I have New Orleans as the number two seed. I have them finishing 12-4 and getting the number 2 seed in the NFC. And to be fair, I really might have been selling the Saints short on that one. The only team they have left on their schedule with a winning record right now is the Kansas City Chiefs, which, you know, anything can still happen. I mean, you look, there's been a lot of times where undefeated team has been beat by a 2 or 3 loss team. I know New Orleans is not, but just saying, usually upsets late in the NFL are to a team below 500. So just because they only have one game left against an opponent with a winning record doesn't mean they're going to go the rest of their games unscathed besides the Kansas City. But now the number 3 seed in the AFC, I've got the Buffalo Bills. And then in the NFC, I've got the number 3 seed. I have the, let's see. I have the Green Bay Packers, and I have them finishing 12-4. And I also have the Bills finishing 12-4 also. The Packers, they have 4 games against teams with a winning record. They play at the Colts, at home. They've got 1 home and home against the Bears, and then at home against the Titans. And let's see, the Bills. Let's see real quick. Sorry, this not wanting to recuperate right now. I've got Arizona, Pittsburgh, and Miami. But that's another reason I think New Orleans will get the number 2 seed over the Packers. They have an easier path. Now, like I said earlier, that doesn't guarantee anything, and this is guesstimation. I'm not betting or putting anything on. This is how the rest of the season will end up. This is just my guesstimation at this point in the season. All right, and the number 4 seed overall in the AFC, I've got the Tennessee Titans. I also have them finishing 12-4. And then in the NFC, I've got the number 4 seed, the Philadelphia Eagles, at 6-9-1. All right, and then the number 5 seed in the AFC, I have the Baltimore Ravens. I've got them finishing 12-4. Then I have in the NFC South, in the 5th seed in the NFC, I have the Tampa Bay Bucks at 11-5. Then in the 6th seed in the AFC, I have the Las Vegas Raiders finishing 10-6. And in the in the NFC, I have the Los Angeles Rams finishing 10-6. Oh, me. Then the number 7 seed in the AFC, I have the Indianapolis Colts finishing 10-6, and I have the Arizona Cardinals finishing the 7th seed in the NFC. And then in the 8th seed, should that come down to it, I have the Miami Dolphins as the 8th seed in the AFC and the Chicago Bears as the 8th seed in the NFC. And both of those teams at 9-7. But they are on the outside looking in either way. So they would pretty much have to be some chaos happening for those 2 teams to make it either way. Now, I've also got kind of my favorites for the MVP right now. Obviously, to me, I think Patrick Mahomes is playing the best ball. Now, I would have said Russell Wilson before last week, but just his second 3-interception game of the year really hurt him pretty bad. If you take away those 2, he's only got 2 interceptions in the rest of his games combined, but 6 interceptions and their only 2 losses of the year. Other than that, I think Russell Wilson would be running away with the MVP. But then you look at Pat Mahomes, 25 touchdowns to 1 interception on the year. And then Aaron Rodgers, 24 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. But Russell Wilson with a 28-8. I think if it wasn't for those 6 interceptions in that 2 games, he would be running away with it. And he still could the rest of the year. As long as he doesn't have any more of those ugly 3 interception games, 2 interception games, as long as they don't mount up on him. As long as he can keep it, I think, under 12 interceptions, and he can get it up to about 38 to 40, and he can get around 4,000 yards, and they continue to rack up and get first place, I think he'll have the MVP. Unless Mahomes just continues to blow people away. I mean, unless he gets up to like 43, 44 touchdowns and he's only been, only has like 4 picks or something, then Mahomes will get it walking away. But either way, and don't keep, by all means, don't forget about Aaron Rodgers. I was a little shocked by his stats. I wasn't expecting when I was looking at him. He's just kind of been outshadowed by Mahomes and how good Wilson's been playing. I'd look at a dark horse. Obviously, Tom Brady was, I thought, right there with Russell Wilson till the Saints game. That kind of blew that narrative apart for right now. So, which he could finish strong as well. I would say Josh Allen, the way he played against Seattle, if he could finish strong like that, maybe Buffalo knock Kansas City out of that 2 seed, and Josh Allen finish strong with a few more 400-yard passing games and a few more 4-touchdown games, he could really push for that MVP. Let's see here. Who else did we have? We had Josh Allen. Kyler Murray, what he's doing at Arizona. Obviously, if they could finish second, knock the Rams out of second place and get into the playoffs, or heck, even get up there and compete for the division with Seattle. So there's plenty of chances for some other guys to come up and knock those 3 main contenders I've got right now. There's still a lot of football left to be played, and we'll see how it goes. This is just my kind of projection going into Week 10. We'll do it again going into Week 12 and Week 14, and then I'll start doing it every week leading into the playoffs until it finally starts. And we'll see how it goes. But I hope you enjoyed it. Until we see you again, y'all take care. God bless. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Really helps support the channel. But until then, take care.